So today, I'm underneath my car, not the Mazda, which is actually sitting right over there. I'm underneath my Mitsubishi, and for some odd reason or another, I got to change out the oil pressure sensor. I did some research on it, and it says that the oil pressure sensor tends to go out on these older Mitsubishis, especially a first generation ES like this one. And wow, the ground's not light, hard, soft, whatever. Yeah, but it tends to be that the oil pressure sensor under this car seems to go out. So since I can't find any videos online about how to change the oil pressure sensor on a 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer with a 16 valve 4-cylinder, here we go. Let's dive in. Now unfortunately I cannot dive in right now because I'm waiting for the part to come in the mail and it still has not come yet. Yeah, maybe you can see how rusty my car is. There's like a giant hole. I can actually, that's my car right there. So that's probably another reason why I don't drive this one often. It's my winter one. So let's dive in about 10-20 minutes or so.
This here's the engine. This here's a radiator. Radiator cap. Oil cap. Mitsubishi. AC Delco battery. Naming the things I obviously don't need to, but yeah.
Locating your oil pressure sensor is as easy as looking in your owner's manual. Sadly, my manual does not have any pictures whatsoever, so I'm simply gonna just toss it in this here trash can. On top of the trash can. Yeah, there's no pictures, so I'm just gonna go look for it. There we go. So now I'm going underneath the car to locate this oil pressure sensor. There's the roof. There's the transmission. Oh, there we are. I got the, it's still rolling. I got the oil filter and the oil plug. I got a rusty old wheel. The catalytic converter that goes to this car. But that's not what I'm dealing with right now. I'm dealing with this here. That thing right there. See if this actually does anything. Nope. That thing right there is the oil pressure sensor. And it calculates how much pressure is going through the engine at a given moment in the car. Sadly, mine might be going out, so I have to replace it. But still, parts aren't here, so I'm waiting. Yeah, my oil pressure sensor finally just came. It's amazing that little box right there is a pain in the butt. Let's go install it on the car. It's the car. First thing I'm going to do with the oil pressure sensor is disconnect the cable here. I know you can't see it probably. Well, there's a cable right about there holding it down, so you can probably see that. I'm gonna loosen up the old oil pressure sensor with these pair of pipe wrench. It should be it should be able to come off very loosely. There's like a car driving around. Should be able to little by little inch it out, and then I can do it by hand. Just feels loose. Now always have your spare drain pan right here, as if fluid will leak out possibly. I can almost guarantee fluid will leak out somewhere. I'm actually worried about it. There we are. Carefully. There we go. Easy and simple. Take my new oil pressure sensor. Now we compare them. tell the difference. One's quite old, one's dirty. You can tell that one's used, and one looks so much better than it did. So maybe this will fix the low oil pressure problem, unless I actually have a real problem under the engine. But this is my fix. I've read on forums that this is a way to fix it. So I'm gonna toss that one aside. Oh, wrong hole. I'm gonna go get a wrench for this and I'll be right back. Now that I got the wrench right here, I'm gonna put that new oil pressure sensor right up in the same hole that the old one came out of. So just gonna screw it on there. There we go. Now the wrench is so I can actually get it on there tight, so it doesn't lose pressure or give me an inaccurate reading. It's one of those adjustable wrenches. Luckily they give you a little bit of room to work underneath the engine bay of this car. Flippin' freaking car. Okay, one more turn should just about do it. Almost, one more. And I'm good. No, just a little more. You know, I'll make this too tight because you'll never probably get it off. I don't know what I'm saying with that one. And I'm gonna bend my oil pressure sensor, clip the piece that hooks onto the sensor. I'm gonna bend it out because that's how the other one is. I'm gonna hook up the cable to it. And it's easy as that, replacing your sensor. There it is, it's easy as that. Oh God, that took a while. It took a long time to get the part. So, but that's the oil pressure sensor replaced. There's the cable, and I bent that. And I'm gonna go start the car, clean up a little bit of this oil, and start the car, see if the oil pressure light comes on, and yeah, if it doesn't come on, problem solved. So, I'll be back in a little bit, check the problem, and yeah.
Car, I'll post the video from, well, you'll see it in a second. Here a little bit, goes away. But the video of my oil pressure light coming on, according to the OZ and Lancer forums, that is a common effect. And I haven't seen any videos on this at all. I mean, this problem occurs to different Lancers, but I haven't seen this problem at all until a couple of weeks ago when I was over revving it and I didn't know what to do. And what had happened was, not knowing what to do next was kind of concerning to me. So I quickly pulled out the oil pressure gauge. I did temp gauge. I checked everything, and the oil pressure light started coming on, and I knew it had to be either the sensor or I have a major problem in my engine. Wow, that's a handful. And what I figured out was it was just the sensor. I replaced that. It cost me about $7 to replace this oil pressure sensor. It cost about $7, and it was totally worth that. To have this car up and running and no dash lights on it, what more could I ask for? I hope people with Mitsubishis find this helpful. If you want more information, let me know. I got to do the O2 sensors next, and yeah, just let me know what you want me to do to this car, and I can most certainly try. So thank you for watching this. I hope it helps you. I'm not responsible for anything that you do to your car. That is my disclaimer. You enjoy, you have a nice day, and keep them running. That's all I can say, keep them running.
Yeah.